Hi, I'm Jenny Pudney, and this is my entry in the Quilt Creations category of the Festival of Quilts. It's actually my master quilt from the Master Quilter course that has been running in trials in Region 2 during the past 18 months. We each had to produce A3 size quilts for each workshop that we did, and then a master quilt at the end, which had to be at least 60 inches on the diagonal, and this was my entry into that as the master quilt. It's called Indigo Yogi, and I actually enjoy dyeing processes, and I learnt my first indigo workshop was with Janice Gunner many years ago, and I've never lost the liking of that blue colour and knowing exactly how it will come out when you pull it out of the dye pot and it suddenly turns blue. It will always be an interesting process. So I had a number of dyed fabrics, but I needed to dye more, so I spent some time the previous year dyeing, or stitching first of all, because stitch resist shibori is my favourite technique there. But there is also in the quilt some arachi and some clamped versions of shibori, but I particularly like the stitch resist. So creating pattern is what it's all about. So I worked out what I would need, because the whole thing started off as 10 meters of white cotton fabric, and that was all dyed with indigo using the shibori technique. Now, as part of the final project, we had to include aspects of the course as it was given to us, and so there are blocks in it, mainly of patchwork styles. There's curved piecing down there. Here is the applique, and that is the precision piecing one down there. On the back there are others, EPP, creative landscapes, and so on. So the whole thing covered a very wide range of topics, and I just supplemented it with various shibori fabrics. I had either fat quarters, or the fabric was, I think, about 58 inches wide, and I did half-meter sections for some. So the bottom of it and the edges of the sleeves, I had to actually stitch and dye 3 separate half-meter widths of the fabric, half-meter pieces of the width of the fabric. And they all had to go into the dye pot at the same time so that they came out the same shade of blue. So a bit of thought went into it. So I put it into the Festival of Quilts with no real expectations. I was highly surprised to win the first prize.